What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Scott Boogie Gaming video here. Let's have some fun, man. We got some content today. We got some content with the recent Sorcery Pack that's been released on Planet Coaster 2. It came with a few new rides and a lot of new scenery pieces, a couple of animatronic wizards and things like that. And speaking of animatronics, Frontier, man, what's going on with the rest of the animatronics for the other DLCs that we didn't got, man? And some more animatronic people, man, so we could create us some some sceneries, with some people in it and stuff like that, man. What happened to the Plankonians? Well, anyway, enough of all that rambling. And like I said, with the new DLC, it came with a couple of new coasters and things like that. So I want to see if I could find those and see if we can do some blueprint flips on them, because the DLC this time when it came out, it costed $13. Okay, here go one. It costed $13, so I wanted to do. I wanted to use these coasters and add them on my workshop as like standalone projects that people could download and use. If they don't feel like download, I mean, not if they don't feel like decorating these coasters themselves or don't know how to decorate them or whatever. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. All right, well, let me change this though. I'll be forgetting about that power supply stuff. Even though we don't need any of this stuff right now. We really don't. All right, so we got the torque coaster right here, and I think that what this is a motorcycle sidecar type of coaster. It's cool. I like the path that they got on the station though. I never thought about using brick on my path. I always use either wood. I noticed that I always use wood or asphalt when I do my station. I don't think I ever used any other type of material for the station. That's cool though, but we're gonna use that today though. So we got the torque is one coaster. It's another one, I think. It's another one called ultraviolet, I think. So another one somewhere. It's called ultraviolet. Oh, here it go right here. It's ultraviolet. The color on this thing is crazy. I kind of like the color. I'm not a big fan of pink and stuff like that, but purple is one of my favorite colors too, outside of like blue and green and things like that. But yeah, purple is like one of my offset colors. Like I go with it if I have to. It's not a bad color for me. Matter of fact, I think I wore purple on my prom, I think, me and my prom date. But yeah, here we go, man. And it was an Armani suit I had on, so yeah, so I didn't care about the color. All right, so let's place the ultraviolet, put that down here, and then I think it was another coaster as well, but I don't know if this one was new with the new pack or not, or if this was already on here. I think here it is right here. I don't know if this came with the new DLC or if this was already on here, this ride Brink. But this is another coaster that I want to kind of do a blueprint flip on and have as a standalone project on my workshop as well. Because like I said, I paid $13 for this DLC, so I'm gonna make usage of the rides that came with that pack. And there was one other thing that they added. It was right here, right here, the flying movie theater. This the flying movie theater. This thing right here is gonna be kind of challenging, because like, how would you decorate something like this? This is the first time they had something like this on Planet Coaster that I've seen. Yeah, but this is a nice project right here that I want to work on. I think we're going to work on this as well in this video, along with one of those coasters back there, because I rode one of these in real life in Wisconsin Dale. I forgot what it was called. It was called something, but the trip that we took on the movie on that show was we was flying over New York. That's the movie that they had playing on the screen. We was flying over like New York, the Grand Canyon, over Las Vegas, the little forest, the Everglades, and over the hills and stuff in Colorado and stuff like that. It was really cool. And but the thing that was cool about this when I rode it was that it actually had like effects in the theater. Like when we would go through the Everglades, you would feel mist, blowing through the state. I said the stadium, blowing through the theater. You smell certain smells and things like that. It was really interesting. It was really cool. And we got one of these now in Chicago now called Fly Over Chicago. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet, but yeah, maybe next summer or something like that. I might go down to Navy Pier and check that out. Yeah, but right now that's one of the projects that I want to do a blueprint flip on. But the one that I'm gonna start off the episode with is the Ultraviolet. This is a switch track coaster. So what I wanted to do with this was decorate this ride with a lot of the new pieces that came with the Sorcery Pack DLC, guys. So if you're new to the channel, guys, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. And let's get right on into the video. Alright guys, now here we go. Now let's get started, shall we? We're gonna start off with this Ultraviolet launch coaster right here, which is a switch track coaster right here. The first thing I'm gonna do is take a ride on the coaster to see what we working with right here, because I remember on launch of Planet Coaster 2, the coasters that they had on the end game right there, man, was ridiculous. Like the lift chains was really steep, the rides were really rough and everything like that, that you had to do so much work to them. Like I basically did so much work to them, I ended up turning them into my own custom coasters. It's crazy. So I want to see what we're working with right here with this Ultraviolet right here, since we paid $13 for the DLC. And the color scheme of the ride is, I'm not too mad at it. I'm not that mad at it. I kind of dig it. I'm not a fan of pink, but hey, we finna work with it on this coaster. But let's take a ride on it and see what we working with. You know what I'm saying? Because right off the rip, coming out this station, I already know what I want to put right there. See now, just the other day I seen a very cool friend of mine, somebody that got me kind of interested in doing videos on Planet Coaster, make a Planet Coaster video the other day again. Iron Matty. And he's such a big fan of water features. And I know one thing, he haven't seen Scott Boogie creations in a long time. So I got a whole lot of new tricks up my sleeve that I can't wait for him to see. So yeah, let's finish enjoying this ride, and I can finish seeing how I want to decorate this. But so far so good. This is a fairly decent coaster. Ooh, hang time right there. I know that was some air time. At least about 3 or 4 seconds. Right here too. It's a little whippy on this ride in certain places, but it just needs a little smoothing in certain spots. That's it. I like this. Oh yeah, I like that. It just needs a little touch of smoothing in certain places. Now the tricky part, I just thought about that. Putting the ride camera on here, I wanted to put it right here on this launch. But I got a feeling if I put it on this launch, let me see, wait, what if I put it like here though? No, it's going to take multiple pictures. It's going to take multiple pictures. Because it's going to take it when it go past the first time. It's going to take it when it go back the second time. Then it's going to take it the third time when it go back over the thing. I really got a feeling that that's what's going to happen. But that's where I want to put, I bet you this is where the best photo would be on this coaster, right off of that launch. But since technically this part of the track is not part of the coaster, I don't think they're going to let me put that camera on there like that. Oh well. But we going to see, man. We going to see what we can do anyway. And And I need to add a fast pass on this ride because I like my fast pass lane. So we're gonna change the entrance up to here. So we're gonna have 3 entrances probably up in the front right there. We're gonna change the name of this coaster to the Ultraviolet 13, hence the $13 that I paid for this DLC. And I'm thinking about adding a water feature right up in here. I'm definitely gonna have a water feature right here. And where else do I want one? And I might have one here. Like right here at where every spot where the coaster dip down and curve around, or, you know, give it a little bit of a a little scare fair. A little scare, what I say? Scare fair. Scare tactics. Something. I don't know. I'm just finna have some fun right now. It's early in the morning on my off day on a Tuesday of recording this video. Depending on how this go and how the edits go, this video may come out today. Who knows? But yeah, here we go, guys. I'm finna change this ride around. Let me show you what I end up coming up with this Ultraviolet, which I changed to the Ultraviolet 13. And I basically tried to use all of the new scenery pieces and things to decorate this ride, and yeah, it actually came out pretty well if you ask me. And we're going to also upload this to my workshop, and I'm going to drop the share code in the video so you guys could download it and come look at it for yourself once I finish it. So yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button, guys, and let's take a look at the new Ultraviolet. And ta-da! Would you look at that, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Ultraviolet 13. Yeah, newly decorated by Scott Boogie. Entrance, music, everything. Little shop at the end right there in that little house right there. Got a little hat shop. The photo booth right there. Got our water feature right here. See, for what I like to do with my coasters on Planet Coaster 2, now that we got swimming pools, like instead of doing terrain work for the water features on my coasters, now I use swimming pools. This way, when you scan it as a blueprint, it scans the entire thing, including the pool. So when people download the ride, they get the ride exactly the way they seen it in your park, or the way you created it on your video, or however you do it. They don't have to go back and do terrain work and this, that, and the third to put water in and add water and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They could just download it and put it in their park as is, just like buying a used car as is. You know what I mean? And check it out, man. Look at all, my effects I added to the ride right here. Another thing about this, I like using the swimming pools, because like with the wave machines, you can make effects like that. See that crystal lake right there? That's the most powerful lake on the ride. That's why it's so wavy versus the other water features on the ride, the other ponds that's all calm and everything like that. I smoothed the ride out as much as I could without taking away from the effect of the ride that Planet Coaster had, the Frontier had on here, because I wanted to keep that effect. And then I ain't want to change it up too much, because like I said, we paid $13 for these coasters on this pack. So I wanted to utilize them as is and straighten them out. And like I said, guys, when I put that camera on here, it takes multiple shots when the ride comes past, but the only one that it keeps is the third one when it goes back over the top hat. So it is what it is. You can look at it as you could get multiple pictures off this ride, if you say. Then I got a little scene over here with the wizards battling the giant spiders. Right here by the photo booth and the hat shop right there as well. I think I did pretty good with this. I think I did pretty good. Got a little bench and seating right there coming out, because it's a nice little long little exit coming out and everything like that. So now let's take another ride on this ride, but I don't know. Oh, and I changed the color of the cars, but I don't know if I want to take a day or a nighttime ride so you guys can see it. Well, let's take a daytime ride, and I'll just show you what it looked like at nighttime. Yeah, so we could continue on with the next part of the video, So let's take a ride on the Ultraviolet 13, fully decorated with soundtrack. Enjoy. Man, how did y'all enjoy that? How did y'all like that right there? I think I did a pretty good job on that. And over in the Crystal Lake, it's so rough that when the coaster come around right there, you got the splash effects over there. You know, yeah, that's what it is. Now let's see what it looked like at nighttime. You know, it's nicely lit at night. You know, it looks really good. Got the fog effect for the spookiness. Ooh, the smoke and everything like that. Yeah, there go the one. There go the first picture. You see what I'm saying? Now watch this. Second picture. Even though that's just a flash, it didn't, you know. And then here come the real picture. And that's the real picture that shows up on the screen when you get. Oh man, this thing, this ride so big, I don't. And that's the picture that comes up on the screen right there. So I guess that worked out. That's cool. That's cool. That worked out. You know, and then you got a little narrow entrance right there because we had to add this priority pass in here. You know, so I'm about to scan this whole thing because I think, yeah, this is all done. I'm gonna scan this whole thing and add this to my workshop. All right, Matter of fact, let's see. No, we want to scan. I might take that sidewalk off though. I'm gonna take that sidewalk off. Just in case, like, if somebody downloaded and use it in their part, they ain't gonna have that extra path right there. So I'm gonna take that sidewalk off. Just trying to make sure I got everything. Okay, it's still going though. It's like I'm missing stuff. Let's see if we can get it, guys. Oh, still missing stuff. See, no, we still scanning stuff. Alright, now that should be everything. No, every time I scan over it, I still scan something. Look. I put that many pieces on here? I guess I did. Alright, now that should be it right there. Now I'm going to take that sidewalk off though. I won't take the path off. Alright, so that should do it right there. That should do it. Now let's save as a blueprint. Create is new. Alright, let's get a good picture. Let's get us a good picture. Oh, I think that's really nice. There we go. That's really nice. Go up some more though. Right there. Alright, there we go. Alright, I had to put the description and everything in there, what I wanted to say for ultraviolet, and we're gonna save that. You know, we're gonna save that as a blueprint, and then we're gonna add that to the workshop at the end of this video. Alright, so let's get to the next part of the video, shall we? Alright, see, now the next thing I wanted to try to customize and make as a standalone project on my workshop is this flying movie theater right here. So this is really cool. This is gonna be a complicated blueprint flip right here. I thought I had some complicated ones in the past, but this one right here is very, very difficult. But I think I kind of got an idea of something that I want to do to it, but I don't know how it's gonna work. So bear with me, guys. You know, it may take me a little time in this part of the video, but hey, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. Don't forget to smash that subscribe though. Yeah.
A little later.
And this is what I was able to come up with decorating that flying theater. You know, using the sorcery pieces that they had that came with the game here. You know, you come in right up, you come in right here. Put the no free camera. All right, we're gonna come in right here. This is how you get in here. Then you go in here to enjoy a show. I don't know what show I got on here right now, but at least they give you 4 different options of cinemas you can put on there for your guests, and then you get off. Yep, then you go get on off, come on out, and go. Oh, come on out and come on out of here. Yeah. So, it took me a little bit of time to figure out how I wanted to dress this thing up, and at the same time, I wanted to hide it. And it's still one more thing I forgot to do to this. So, this I might not add this one to the workshop yet because I forgot to add some of these plates at the top that I use right here. I tried to make the slanted ones going down over the outer shell of the flying theater, so you couldn't even see that part. Gamers mess up, man. I told y'all that, man. Gamers mess up. So I'm gonna scan this as a blueprint, but this is gonna be on my workshop at a later date. But I'm gonna have the ultraviolet 13 design on here. So we're gonna go put that on the workshop right now. Let's do it. Yeah, on the screen, I'm gonna leave this screen up for a second. Let you guys jot that down if you like to jot that down, so you can take a look at it for yourself. From Scott Boogie Gaming. A gift from me to you guys. Have fun, man. Something I decided I wanted to do. I'm gonna upload the Flying Movie Theater at some point today as well after releasing this video too. I just had to make a few little changes. Like I said, add those slidings on the top of the movie theater so I can wrap that up, and then I'm gonna upload that as well. And I might either the share code in the Discord, the xCloud Discord, so you guys can download that and check it out for yourself as well. So until next time, guys, and until my next Planet Coaster video, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and don't forget to leave me a like and a subscribe on the video as well. And I'll catch you all in the next one.